everyone. Welcome to NADAR'S Senior Voice channel. As you all know, I completed chapter 6 in my last video. Today I'm going to start a new chapter, chapter 7, Python functions. So chapter 7, Python functions, very important chapter. After studying this chapter, you will be able to understand the concept of functions and their types, and to know the difference between the user-defined function and built-in functions. Already you learned in C++, right? To know how to call a function, to understand the function arguments, to know anonymous functions, to know mathematical and some string functions. All these things you are going to learn in this chapter, right? So introduction, you all know what is functions and how to call everything. You learned in C++, right? The same thing only. A slight change will be there. Why we have to use function? Yes, because large programs are generally avoided. You know very well. It is very difficult to manage the single line of codes if it exceeds more than 20, 30, 40 lines. If it is 1,000 lines, you imagine, it is very difficult to manage. So what they do, a large programs will be broken down into a small units known as functions. A function is a named unit of group. Named unit of group, then only you can call that group. See, in our school, computer science group is divided into two, 12A1 and 12A2. Because it is very difficult to manage 70 students, right? So they divided into two groups and they named it A1 and A2. Is it clear? So unit can be invoked from other part of the program. That means the code which you defined in one program can be called from other part of the program. Now you got a basic idea of function, right? Now we will see. Functions are named block of code that are designed to do a specific job. Specific job it will do. Suppose if you write a program to calculate total, it will do only that job. Okay. So when you want to perform a particular task that you have defined in a function, you call the name of the function responsible for it. Suppose if you want to do calculate total, you call total. If you want to calculate average, you call average. Understood? If you need to perform a task multiple times throughout your program, you don't need to type all the code for the same task again and again. No need to calculate total and average for all the students again and again. Once if I write one function program to calculate total and one function program to calculate average, I will call 30 times or 34 times based on the number of students, right? You just call the function dedicated to handle the task, and the call tells Python to run the code inside the function. You will find that using functions makes you, that is your program, easier to write, read, text, and fix errors. Is it clear? Main advantages of functions are, what are the advantages? It avoids repetition. Again and again, no need to repeat the code, right? And makes high degree of code reusing. You can reuse the code again and again. It provides better modularity for your application. Modularity means clarity. Because you are dividing the program into small groups, right? So it is easy to understand. Note, functions are nothing but a group of related statements that performs a specific job, that is task. Types of functions. Basically, we can divide functions into the following types. First one is user-defined function. User can define their own functions. You already learned in C++ same. Okay, next is built-in function. As you all know, along with C++, along with C, or along with Python or any computer languages, you get some set of functions predefined. It is called library functions. Like how when you go to library, so many books are kept. So you can select a particular book and you can use it and you can keep it back, same way. Okay. Third function is lambda function. This is new, right? And recursion function. So there are 4 types of functions in Python. User-defined function means the function defined by the user themselves. Built-in functions, the functions that are inbuilt within Python. Lambda function, this is new, right? If you don't give the name to the function, it becomes a lambda function, that is unnamed function. And recursive function, you know, the function which calls itself. Is it clear? Right. Now you know there are 4 types of functions, and now you should know how to define a function. Function must be defined to create and use certain functionality, certain rules. There are many built-in functions that comes with the language Python, for instance, print, input, etc. But you can also define your own function. When defining a function, there are multiple things that need to be noted. That means some rules. Okay. Function block begins with keyword def. Do you remember in C++ what he gave? Yes, the keyword function is used there. Function, function name. Here you are going to use def. That means define a particular name, a short form, right? Followed by the function name and the parenthesis, right? Any input parameters or arguments should be placed within this parenthesis. I think you all know, within the bracket. Okay. For example, A, comma B. Okay. Function name is X, def, DEF. Got it? And here you should end with colon. Okay. The code block always comes after colon and is intended. Very, very important. Very, very important indentation. Suppose if you start the function like this, right? And then it should be intended. The code should be intended inside. It should be the same line. Is it clear? So indentation is very, very, very important. You must indent properly, because here we are not using a bracket, open, close bracket, like C and C++. Is it clear? Everyone, right? The statement returns expression, exits a function, optionally passed back an expression that to the caller. See, function program should end with return statement. Then only you can come out from the function. Otherwise, you cannot come out from function. Right? The return statement can have expression or it can be empty. Suppose if you don't give any arguments, it will return none. Is it clear? It will return none. Python keyword should not be used as a function name. You all know that. We should not use a Python keyword. Same like variable. Is it clear? Everyone. So the code block always comes after a colon and is intended. Indentation is very, very important. Right? The statement return expression exits a function, optionally passing back an expression to the caller. A return with no argument is same as return none. Already we have seen this, right? And remember, a function should have a return statement to exit the function, right? Python keyword should not be used as a function name. Already you know that. Python keywords should not be used as a variable name as well as function name. Now syntax of user-defined function. Def function name, parameters 1, parameter 2, etc. and colon. This is a function header. Okay, this is function header. That is heading of the function. Then next line, block of statement. That means here only you have to give the task. Okay, what the function has to do. And return. Return, if you want to give expression, you can give expression, or you can leave as it is. Right? This is the syntax of user-defined function. Syntax for user-defined function. Now, what do you mean by block? A block is one or more lines of code grouped together so that they are treated as one big sequence of statement while execution. Okay, block is nothing but a group of statements which performs a particular task, right? In Python, statements in a block are written with indentation. Keep it in mind, indentation again and again, they are stressing because there is no open and close bracket here to indicate block. So only indentation is used to indicate the block. Keep it in mind. Usually a block begins when the line is indented by 4 space. Suppose here you are giving function name and the block should start here like this. Understood? Right? So usually a block begins with a line is indented by 4 space, and all the statements of the block should be at the same indent level. See, all the other lines should be in the same indent level. Is it clear? What do you mean by nested block? Same like nested loop, nested if. A block inside block. A block within a block is called nested block. When the first block statement is indented by a single tab space, then the second block should be in double space. Now suppose if I give one more function here, right, and then this should be indented like this. Understood? Right, here is an example of defining a function. Do something, but here without def, they are doing something. Okay, def do something, val is equal to 1, return val. A small example. Okay, but they forgot def. Right. Now let's check out function in action so you can visually see how they work within a program. Here is an example for a simple function to display the given string. Def hello heading inside. This is inside the function. See the indentation. Okay, and then the return statement. Okay, I'm going to type the same thing. Okay, we will see what happens. I opened a Python and then I'm opening a new file, and then I'm going to type the same thing. Def, what I have typed, hello. Am I right? Hello, open and close bracket. Okay. Print hello and then return. And see the indentation. Okay, first let me save it and I will show you. Save. Give the name fun1. Okay, because it's fun only. Na? Now I'm going to run. See the error? Missing parenthesis. Okay, see the. So see here, hello Python. We have not given anything. Okay, just hello Python. Hello Python. Okay, now I'm saving it again. I'm going to run. Invalid syntax. Why invalid syntax? Again go back. Hello Python. Here. Why you have to give the function name here? No need to give function name here. Okay. Hello. Now check. Is it clear? Yes. Now I'm going to run it. Again, it may show error because I didn't save it. Why? Because C. Okay. Now you see that. We will get error at the first time. Okay. Because the syntax and other things you should know. Right? The indentation. Def hello, open and close bracket, then colon. This is intended inside this, and return should be inside this. See, suppose if you intend like this, what will happen? This return is outside the function, so it will not give the output. Now if I run the program, see, I will show you. See, outside function. Can you see now? Right? That's what I was trying to show you. And now I'm going to intend it inside. Now run. Right, I'm saving it. Right, okay. Successfully compiled. Now you have to call. Now, what's the name? Hello. Open and close bracket. Enter. Hello Python. Suppose if example, if I give like this. Hello alone. See here, it will not show the correct output. This is hexadecimal value. Okay, function allow at this, it is in that position. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Now we will see the advantages of user-defined function. Function helps us to divide a program into modules. Already you have seen. This makes the code easier to manage because very less code only you are going to concentrate. Okay, it implements code reuse. Every time you need to execute a sequence of statement, all you need to do is to call the function. Functions allows us to change the functionality easy, and different programmers can work on different functions. Already we have discussed about these topics, right? Calling a function. Just now I showed you how to call a function. To call a function, to call hello function from example 7.2_1, you use this code. When you call hello function, the program displays the following string as output. Hello Python. Already you have seen, right? Alternatively, we can call hello function within the print function, as in the example given below. See here, print function, print hello, and outside, see here what you're doing, return, and then here you're returning, you're going to return the return statement. What is there in the return statement? I'll show you. Wait. Okay, see now I have given print and hello function inside print. Okay, now I'm going to run the program. Already I saved it. Run the program. I'm going to call the function hello. Enter. See, it is not printing the statement inside hello. I will close this first. And here you see. Why? Because you had intended this inside this. Inside the function. It should be outside. Okay. Some errors are there in the textbook. Just correct it whenever you do practical. Right. Now you see. Now I'm going to run. I'm calling. You see automatically hello Python none. Is it clear? See, the difference is when you give this outside, automatically it will call the function. And remember, I will close this. And here you see, when you give inside, it's not error. When you give inside, you have to call the function. And because you're not returning anything, so that's why it is not showing it. When you give outside, what happens? It will show, it will print this automatically because you're calling hello first. You're calling the function already. So hello Python is printed, and then return statement is not returning anything. That's why it is printing none. You understood the concept, everyone, right? Passing parameters in functions. Parameters or arguments can be passed to functions, same like C++. Def function name, the name of the function, and the parameters separated by comma and then the colon. Let us see the use of parameters while defining functions. The parameters that you place in parentheses will be used by function itself. You can pass all sorts of data to the function, any sorts of data in the sense numeric data, alphanumeric data, then floating point data, etc. Here is an example program that defines a function that helps you pass parameters into the function. Okay, def area w comma h, right? Now here, return w into h. You are returning something, right? And print area, see here, print area, you are giving function inside print. So area, and you are passing parameter. So 3 will be stored in w and 5 will be stored in h. Okay, and both will be multiplied and you will get the output. Because 3 into 5 is 15, so the output will be 15. The code above assigns the width and height values to the parameter w and h. These parameters are used in the creation of the function area. When you call the above function, it returns a product width and height as output. The value of 3 and 5 are passed to w and h respectively. The function will return 15 as output. We often use the term parameters and arguments interchangeably. Already I discussed about this. Parameters are nothing but the variables and arguments are nothing but the constant. However, there is a slight difference between them. Parameters are the variable used in the function definition, whereas arguments are the values we pass to the function parameters. Is it clear, children? So, very important chapter, functions. I started today, and keep it in mind, go through the lesson and video simultaneously and attend online class. Okay. Okay, children, I'm stopping it here. See you. Bye. Thank you.